What amazes me, and maybe it's going on and we're just not aware of it, that Courtney Love hasn't filed a lawsuit against Tom Grant, because this is pretty strong defamation of character here.
I'm surprised by that also. I don't know what the answer is to that. Again, I talked to Detective Jim Yoshida today, who's a friend of mine. He's been a long time retired, but I still talk with him.
And he was just to recap, one of the original detectives.
He was the original detective, and his partner, Steve Kirkland, has passed. And he says that Courtney was great through the whole time. I mean, it was trying because she was calling us a lot, or not. I'm not saying us, not I mean me, but calling the detectives and the sergeant quite often, and crying. And they say, we're just working the case, it's fine. And I think by that time it was already out that it was a suicide, or the medical examiner already said it was a suicide, the cause of death. And they were still talking. And I believe she came in out of town once again for the Seattle Center reading, I don't know, it's a celebration of life or what they called it at the time. But Jimmy said to me that one thing that upset him, because they were talking with Tom Grant at the time. Jim and Steve were talking to him and consoling Tom Grant, because Tom Grant's going up saying, I should have went up there and looked in that. There's something I could have did. I could have found his body earlier. And they're saying, hey, you didn't know the layabout? And he goes, well, even though it's a big building, I don't know why he didn't go up there. But once again, it's dark and raining. They're saying it's not your fault. Nothing was going to stop this from happening. I mean, if the guy's going to go up there and commit suicide, even if you found the place, he's already been dead. So that got Jimmy a little upset that later on he heard that. Once again, I don't know where they heard this from, but that Tom was saying, I was telling these detectives, take it real slow. It doesn't appear what it is, and you got to be really cautious. And he's going, this is the guy who was practically in tears on the phone, asking us, for forgiveness, not asking us for forgiveness, but telling us how he made the mistakes and
consolation. That's what he was asking you for.
Yeah.
He was asking for consolation.
Yeah, you did nothing wrong. You got hired, you went out there, you're doing your job, but now trying to draw all these conclusions that you was drawing. Oh boy. So Jimmy was a little upset by that, but once again, he's way past that now.